Hey everyone, so tasks. Let's talk about tasks again. Tasks, I feel, is sort of the main screen for the salesperson because it tells you what to do next, how to follow up. You have lots of leads, you have a pipeline. You're not going to remember everybody, you just have to have sort of rolling tasks. So we're going to kind of get back into tasks. Now, with tasks, remember we have something called activity. An activity can have many tasks. So I'm going to put it like this. Tasks. And so if you're in your task window and you want to create a new activity for your task, basically what that does, it puts many tasks into your task window. So if the activity was to qualify, and the qualify is to call up the prospect and then fill in a form, that would be 2 tasks. So I'll use different color for that. If I use the qualify activity, then that might be call and fill form. And so those tasks would be generated automatically into your task queue. Also with Business Central now, we have comment section, which is very nice. So I'm going to show that in the application. And another thing is that if you look into tasks in Business Central, you get 3 types of tasks. We're just talking about tasks for CRM, but there are generic tasks also, and there's also service tasks. So don't be confused with those, because those have nothing to do with what we're going through. We might, however, cover them at a later date. So let's take a look. Okay, so we are going to focus on tasks. If I go into salespeople and go straight into Peter Sato, like so, and go into the tasks for him. Now, one thing I want to highlight is that in order to add tasks here, I can go ahead and create tasks, of course, but I can also go ahead and hit functions, assign activity. And in order to do that, I can just click here and pick an activity code. And here, for example, I can pick, workshop task, let's say qualify task, and say that is today, and we're going to qualify a prospect, and let's say the prospect is Raymond. I can then hit OK, and what happens, because we covered this before in another video, is that the activity code is connected to multiple tasks, and so those tasks that are connected to the activity code will get created into my task list. So it was one task here, call lead to qualify, and that just pops in here. Another cool thing about tasks is that if I go in here, and now I'm going to call, and let's say I didn't reach the prospect, Raymond. So I can just put a note here and say, tried calling, didn't reach Raymond. Left a message. So if I hit OK here, it comes right here on the side. Let's say if I then try later and say finally reached Raymond, he is calling me back tomorrow. So I can have my log here in a nice fashion, and I can put as many comments as I like, and it seems to have a pretty big buffer that I can type into. So on that, this is the salesperson task. Now in Business Central, there are more tasks, and I want to just highlight that that's different. If I go into tasks here, I have user tasks. If I click on that, those are just generic tasks in the system. They don't have anything to do with the CRM system. It's a generic task that I can attach to a page or a report. And it might be something we get into in a different video, but again, this is not the same thing as the tasks that we're doing in the CRM. Also, there is something called service tasks right here, which is from this service system in Business Central, and has to do with service people out in the field servicing service items. And again, has nothing to do with CRM. So I would just want to avoid confusion here when we're talking about tasks. If you go into the salesperson onto tasks, those are the tasks that we are working with. The other two task types are different for different purposes.